Let me tell you, it ain't safe for a sweet bottom, honey, in these streets in Tyler Perry land. No, it's not. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. Come on up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag in all its forms. What, Cookie? Season 4, Episode 9, The Have and the Have-Nots. Baby, listen, let me tell you something. Everybody's doing everything. I'm getting caught. Let me tell you about it. Okay, so first of all, let me just say this. Tyler, you got on your corny shit. So I'm just gonna call your ass out right now. We're gonna get it on out of the way. Because you was making me real mad. 2 times tonight. And I just said, yeah, right, Tyler. Whatever. Quita and the little boy, the Fawn, whatever the hell his name is, they climbed over the fence and broke into Candace's house. Okay? Broke on in the house after they were circling the block, and the old Nebby bitch across the street that called the police. She'd have called her son with his freak ass to come, and they end up in the house. Okay, that's fine. The whole going around the bend and her calling, that's her. That fits the storyline. What don't fit, Tyler, goddamn it, is how they get in there and the GPS on the phone, they go in and they look for the phone. You automatically go into a house. You ain't never been in his house. You automatically go into the living room and you automatically start looking underneath the furniture. Who are you talking to, Tyler? What you fucking playing? So that was just some bullshit. And then, oh no, the phone's right in this room. That's some bullshit. Siri ain't even that good. She not that good. Dave, yeah, Siri, tell me where the phone is. Motherfucker, it's under the couch. You know, no, ma'am. But anyway, that's how they found the phone. Boom, boom, found the phone. Then they said, oh, and this floor, ratchet ass motherfuckers. Oh, but this floor's been bleached. Something's going on. Yeah, right. Whatever. So anyway, in the meantime, in between time, they didn't leave right away because Quita want to look upstairs and all this shit. Well, cops end up catching their ass. Oh, and there was blood on the phone too. Now, yeah, I can see there being blood on the phone, but that's it. All that other shit, that's bullshit. But anyway, whatever. We don't let you slide on it, but you tried it, Tyler. So they end up getting caught in the house and they get arrested. Jeffrey ends up walking around the corner because he's like lurking around like some weirdo. He needs his keys and all of this kind of carrying on because his car is still parked in front of Candace's house. A mess. And he ends up getting accosted by the damn police. The old freak ass Justin, goddamn police officer, and they going back and forth. They're asking questions. Do he know Quita? He's lying. She lying. Everybody lying. Somebody know that. No. We don't know nobody. Judge said he had your car. He was driving your car. She thought, oh, that's Jeffrey Harrington. Yeah, that's Jeffrey, bitch. But nobody know nobody nothing. He gonna say, I'm gonna take Jeffrey in the house and I'm gonna talk to Jeffrey. Now, why can't you talk to Jeffrey over there in the grass? You can't talk to Jeffrey in the car. You gonna go take Jeffrey in somebody else's house that ain't home that been broken into, and you gonna talk to him in the house. Then you go furthermore, you gonna come back outside, tell them, go on and book them 2 other ghetto motherfuckers, and I'm gonna take Jeffrey and I'm gonna sit there with Jeffrey until Candace come home. Yeah, right, Tyler, you pushed it with that one. You pushed it. But whatever. It was that, and then there was one more time that Tyler tried it tonight, but we won't get to that in a minute. So Jeffrey's stuck up in the house with freak ass cop Justin, and he basically then took Jeffrey, and they on a motherfucking date. At least that's the way I seen it. They on a date, you know. They're going to have wine and all that. They having a nightcap, and there going to be some motherfucking banging too, I guess, was going to go on. Because he done forced Jeffrey to have a cocktail, and then he threatens him like, you know, he's going to break it down, how many men been in the house. Like, I mean, he laid it all out like, shit, we know one motherfucker's missing, and you don't want me to get to the bottom of it, do you? And Jeffrey's like, well, no. And he's like, well, then you going to have a drink, you know? And that's what I start saying. I start rocking, baby. I sit right here and I said, ain't safe out here for a bitch with sweet bottom, honey. Something get ready to go down. Now, I'm like, now, this is another thing. Jeffrey, I understand. You know, that you're being victimized, and that's how Tyler wrote this. That just Jeffrey's being victimized. But motherfucker, really, I mean, it'd be so much easier to just go on and fuck him. Fuck Officer Friendly and keep it moving. Make Officer Friendly your motherfucking man and let it be what it be. Go get you some houses and cars and shit. Turn that shit around on him. But whatever, you know, he's crazy. But Wyatt dogs you out all the time, so I don't see why you ain't attracted to him too. What's the problem? He white. He's abusive. Shit, ain't that what you like, bitch? Whatever. So anyhow, so we go on, and obviously remember when they were at it before, when he was filling on Jeffrey's little ding dong got hard. So what's the problem? Go on and put your thing down, Jeffrey, and be done with it. But anyway, don't judge me. Anyhow, I think you're going through a whole lot of shit that ain't necessary. When just deal and go on. You've given up more for less. When you was bumping pocketbooks with that goddamn Landon, and I'll get to her in a minute. Anyway, so we go on. He gonna say, let's go upstairs. So they go on upstairs. And then we learn some more stuff about Jeffrey tonight. And the cops going on and on. He just telling Jeffrey about how he ran Quincy. Information on Quincy's bad news, but he ran Jeffrey's, and Jeffrey, you ain't bad news. You all right. You know, you never had no problems before your DUI. So they go to give him a handshake. And why did he do that? Since he went to shake his hand, he holding on to Jeffrey's hand. He gonna say, you know, usually you're kind. I said, oh, here we go with the whole crazy shit. I would do him like this. And he took Jeffrey and slammed Jeffrey on the bed. So now, this is when we learn about Jeffrey. Okay? Jeffrey was a rich kid. And he went to a rich kid's school. So Jeffrey, see, a rich kid's school, wrestling is one of their sports. Jeffrey knows how to wrestle. Jeffrey doesn't know how to fight. See, that's why he couldn't get down with Q. Because Q punched the fuck out of Jeffrey and shook him. He said, wait a minute, what comes next? Because he had bashed his fucking face. Jeffrey ain't know what come next. But you talking about some wrestling? Jeffrey fucked Cop Justin up, okay? He took that motherfucker and twisted him and turned him and got that motherfucker's neck caught up in his goddamn legs and got to squeeze it. I said, oh, come on, Jeffrey, come on. He was squeezing his motherfucking head so goddamn hard like his head was gonna pop off. I said, go on, fuck him up. Fuck him up. So he was squeezing that motherfucker. That motherfucker was giving, I give. So Jeffrey let his ass go. And he's like, oh, you got me. And he pulled that motherfucking gun out, put it in Jeffrey's face, and told him, if you ever do that again, I'll blow your goddamn brains all over this room. And Jeffrey was like, mm-hmm. See, and that's where, you know how you get to that thing. He done already been drinking. He done got irritated. And then you kind of, you know, your body will sometimes just go into that overdrive thing where you be like, fuck it, it's on. You know, and I believe that happens when some things, it just goes into, Jeffrey went to talking shit to that motherfucker because he's just tired. He's tired. Okay, motherfucker, now you're bullying me and you just going to take my ass too, really? And then got tired. And Jeffrey was like, I got your number, bitch. And he stayed talking shit. And Jeffrey's like, Jeffrey ended up taking the gun and pushing it out his face. Was like, yeah, whatever, motherfucker. You sweet bottom just like me. That's what your problem is. Jeffrey went in on that motherfucker's psyche. He got so in to his head and brought him all the way down. About it said, who told you being gay was so bad? Who made you feel like this? Was it your mother? Did she used to punish you? He worked him. So, and he's like, what are you, some kind of psychiatrist? He was like, you said you looked me up, you dumb bitch. You should have known. He got so in his head. He really did. He got in his head, broke his psyche all the way down. He was so mad. So mad. He said, and then you're using your authority as power over people, trying to get people to do what you want them to do. And then you're getting off on it. He's like, see, I'm not the one with the problem. I am not. I am not. Child, Jeffrey done went and fiddled his gibbles at him and was like, sounds like you're enjoying this. I said, girl, he done grabbed the meat and the meat's hard, child. And he was giving mad as hell, honey. So I said, okay, Officer Friendly, you're being awful friendly. Honey, so that's kind of where we kind of left off with that. Jeffrey was still talking shit to that motherfucker and told him, you really should check yourself into some counseling. You need it. I said, okay. All right, so Jeffrey to turn the table on that. Now, I don't know what's going to go on after that because that's kind of where that left off. Now, in the meantime, between time, David is running around town like a crazy man trying to figure out where the fuck Veronica lives to keep her from getting home. And here's the next thing, that some bullshit, Tyler. Veronica's getting out of jail. She just so happens to run into Quita in the hallway. Quita done been booked. Book them, Dana. And booked her old ghetto ass. And they in the hallway and they run into each other. And she just happened to tell her, don't go home. Don't go home. Because they waiting on you. Get me out and I'll tell you the rest. Tyler, you tried it with that. That's some bullshit. That would not have happened. They would not have run into each other in the hallway down at the jailhouse. But anyway, so we did all that. Tyler Perry land, honey. So I didn't like that part. That was lazy on the writing. That was just lazy. But anyway, so because I thought of 3 different ways to actually come out of that with keeping her from going to the house. And that wasn't it. That was really lazy. And it really was like a hole in that. I didn't like that. Anyway, moving on. So anyway, so she knows not to go home, but she'll know exactly why. But she's kind of piecing it together. Because right before she got out of her, Jim kept saying, so you going to go home and freshen up, my love? And then she's like, goodbye, you bastard. They just still just goes at it. So Veronica's at the gate, and this is funny. She goes to the gate, and she's getting her little things. David's steadily calling her phone. She sees David's been calling. She ain't calling back. And she's playing her game. She's like, something's missing. Where's my damn wig, honey? And the girl, the little child, she's giving, what wig, honey? I don't have any wig. So then Jennifer ends up showing up, the DA, and she's like, girl, where's my wig, honey? And she's like, what wig, honey? I don't know. Nobody knows what you're talking about. And she said, and the press is right outside waiting on you. And Veronica was like, oh, really? So you want to play games with me like this, Jennifer? She said, that's okay. It's okay. She said, but know this. That's an $8,000 wig, and I will be suing. I said, bitch, you better come on with the same wigs that RuPaul be wearing, bitch. She said, yeah, I'm going to be suing. And she said, girl, the press is out there waiting, honey. Are those cornrows camera ready, girl? I said, oh, she said, I'm going to show you something about a natural black girl. I know you don't know anything about it, honey. I need to go use the bathroom. That motherfucker Veronica went up in the bathroom and tore her motherfucking, the lining from underneath her damn skirt. Because you know when you got good clothes, they all come with linings. You know, they make suits and things now, and there'll be no lining. That's some bullshit that they be making. Good shit got linings. The jackets, the skirts, the pants, and all the pieces, the vests. Good shit always got a lining. There's your tutorial on clothing versus bullshit hanging on hangers. Linings, pants, skirts, and jackets should have linings. Anyway, okay, I digress. Down off my damn soapbox, bam, and let's move on. So she tears the lining out. That bitch wraps her head and twists her braids and twists them up another way and was done. Okay? Was done. That bitch took and pressed her shit down, threw her motherfucking pumps on. And when I tell you motherfucking Veronica pumped up out of the jail, I said, bitch, you better do it. That bitch marched on by, baby, and was none the wiser, honey, was given. No, honey, no comments. No comment. No comment. I said, bitch, you better do it. When got in the car, I said, I'm not going home. Take me around back. I said, girl, do it. Do it, Veronica. I can't stand her. Oh, she's such a bitch. I just love it. So she went on. She just refuses to let them see her sweat. Love it. So she did that. Then there was a little conversation too, before I forget, with David. David was trying to tell Jennifer to stop Veronica. Don't let Veronica leave. She was all in her feelings and shit, and gonna say, you and Maggie Day. Now you wouldn't give me the dick, honey, but you gonna sleep with that whore. And hung up on David and shit. I was like, damn, David, what is really going on, honey? You and all your women, honey. I said, okay. So then we got poor Landon. Old pretty. This again. Sweet bottoms. And they just can't, it's just not safe fucking with these people. Candace, they got Landon. They just kicking it back and forth. And you remember, Landon wanted to have the relationship that Jeffrey has with Candace. He likes her. He wanted her to be his good Judy too. And he took a liking to her. So he don't know he's being set up. She's like, you know, what's been going on? They just kicking it and shooting the shit. Then she's like, you too tired to meet a man? Now this is the thing, Landon. And I can't say I don't feel all that bad for you because you met Jeffrey through Candace. And you got to sleep with Jeffrey that one good time. You got to do whatever that was that y'all did. Y'all was bumping pocketbooks and losing change. Y'all did all that. And you was happy about the shit. But here you go. You so motherfucking hot in your ass. She tells you something about a motherfucker with some dreads and shit. Sound like you was going to get your box beat up real bad. And bitch, you was down for it. Like, yeah, bitch. Yeah. So I just got confused with that, but that's why I'm all on some other shit because that's lead me to believe. Well, anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone. Leave that alone. But the point I'm making is, you old nasty bitch, you was so quick, you so busy and so thirsty and so hungry in the ass that you running for some dreads for a dreadlock sandwich, bitch, and a hot dog. So you running and she got you. Get you in the room. Then he opened the door and this motherfucker come in and I'm like, well, goddamn. He come in there looking like old Black Zeus, honey. I said, well, all right. And Landon's like, wait a minute, Candace, that ain't my type. I said, shit, if it ain't, bitch, move, honey. So, but he was in there and the child come up in there. But I said, he didn't look like he was coming to screw. He looked like he was coming to beat the shit out of him, honey. But anyway, so, but he was a little, you know, he was a little different too. So he come in there. Then right after that, here come Erica with this big fat motherfucker. Landon was like, oh, wait a minute. I know good well I ain't signed up for reruns, ass, honey. So they got him in the room and she get to question him. And he's like, wait a minute, what do you want to know? And she smacked him in the face and shit like a little bitch. She's like, don't get to playing stupid with me. I was like, oh, poor thing. She just smacked his little sweet self at him and carried on and he finally got him to talk. And he was like, no, it wasn't like that. No, he didn't pay me or anything like that. He gave me a link to, he emailed me the link so that I could show you because he was interested in you. I wanted him. I said, damn, Landon, you old quick, slick dick sucker. She said, I wanted him, but he wasn't interested in me. He was interested in you. So I tried to hook it up, and I believe him. I believe him. He just, you know, he just gullible, and he's a quick, slick dick sucker, and that's it. And Oliver wasn't trying to fuck with Oscar, rather, wasn't fucking with him. Oscar wanted. Candace said he thought he had done a good thing. And here he done fucked her. So Erica, with her old mean ass, said, she said, I don't believe him, Candace. And Candace looked down and said, I believe him, honey. Look, he done pissed all over himself. I said, poor Landon, he was so scared because the big motherfucker with the dreads had done got up behind Landon, was sitting there and was all linked up on him, got him all up in the neck and shit. And Landon was like, no, honest to God, honey, I'm pissed all over himself. So that was that. So they said they believe him. They get up, they go to leave. And he says, well, I did promise you a date. Do you want him to stay? And Landon's like, no, I don't want him to stay. And the guy gonna blow a kiss at Landon. I said, oh, so you was willing to beat him up, and beat him up, honey, too. I said, oh, just a mess. What kind of people you know, Candace? Some of every goddamn thing. Just a damn mess. So we got all that going on. So she's still on her thing, still looking for Oscar. Last thing, Hannah and Mrs. Cryer finally run into each other. And Miss Cryer come in there. They have the big blowout. You know, Hannah. Sorry, y'all. It's 2:00 in the morning, and I'm just trying to get this done. So Hannah and Mrs. Cryer start going back and forth, and Mrs. Cryer, says she's really sorry. This, that, and the other. Hand's like, you lied to me. Don't keep saying that we're friends and all of this bullshit. Hallelujah. You lied. You knew he ran over the little girl. You knew he ran over my son. You paid my son's bills because that was your guilt. You're a liar. We're not friends. I am done with you. And I want my money. I've already quit. I ain't fucking with you. I want my money, bitch. And Mrs. Cryer was like, no, Hannah, you can't leave me. This, that, thing, and the other. She's like, I want my money. I'm out of here. So she said, you get paid. She went straight nasty white woman, honey. You get paid on the 1st and the 15th. And you'll have to wait until then. She said, I need that money and don't do this to me. I'm out of here. She told her, I won't let you go. I won't let you go. And so she's going back and forth between being pitiful and being an old nasty slave driver at the same time. Child Hannah was looking at her like, oh, honey, if you don't quit it, bitch, I'm going to close this Bible, bitch. And I'm going to give you a lashing, honey. So that's kind of where that left off at. I don't know what's great going with that, but yeah, this was really, really good. This was good stuff. Except for a couple little hiccups, like 3 little hiccups with the writing I didn't like. So that's it. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Whew. Okay, we're done. We got through it. That's it. This is episode 9. And I'm tired as hell. But it was really good. I cannot wait until next Tuesday. I think we're actually getting to the end of this season thing, though. So I'm kind of pissed with that. But then that means if Loving You Is Wrong is going to come back too. So, all right. But anyway, so that's it. All right, guys. So thumbs up, thumbs down. You guys know how all that works. And I will see you guys soon. All right. Bye, guys.